This is Gabe Nadwick. I'll be doing my presentation on property, sales, and income taxes for MPA 585, Political Economy. And hello, Professor Curtis. So the taxes we'll be talking about are income taxes, property taxes, and sales taxes. Property taxes and sales taxes are considered regressive taxes in that they affect lower income individuals more because of the lower income. The percentage of a sales tax affects them more based on their earnings. And property taxes as well are considered more regressive just because of the amount of the tax is greater in proportion to the person's income. And the income tax, though, is considered more of a progressive tax in that it is based on people's income, how much they are taxed. And as people make more income, their income is taxed into higher tax brackets. So that's the one progressive tax of the three considered here. So again, these all go towards different things. Like property tax is mostly collected and used locally to fund things like schools and emergency services like police and things like that. Sales tax can be used more for other items such as like roads. If we lump in like a gas tax along with a sales tax, the gas tax can also be used to help fund roads and things like that. And the distortion effect is basically says that an individual can choose about how much they want to participate in with the taxes. And going with property taxes, the way that that's affected is somebody like me who doesn't own property. I'm not contributing to property taxes. So again, I guess it's kind of a choice, not entirely, but with sales tax, you can or anybody else can choose to not buy items, as many items as expensive items or any items, depending on how people choose to participate with the sales tax. Going back to the idea of the gas tax, one of the reasons that that's there is to help fund things like roads. And if they figure if you're using more gasoline, you should be paying more to maintain roads. And it's also used to affect people's desire to drive. So if they're paying more for gas overall, they may choose not to drive as often, or they might try to use different modes of transportation. They might take buses, they might ride bikes, or they just might not drive as much or look at like electric vehicles. Income taxes, one way that people can distort that is by either only working a certain amount and saying that they don't want to pay any more taxes, so they might not work enough to put them into a higher tax bracket, or they could work under the table, which nobody here is condoning, but it could be one way that people would affect that. So the way some of this lands on the political spectrum here, if you want more government, more taxes are probably a better thing, because you know that the government has their hand everywhere. They have their hand in your property, your sales, your income, everything like that. So if you're pro more government, you're probably pro more taxes. If you want less government, you probably want to choose where your money goes. So you don't want to be told that you're getting higher taxes, you're taxing more based on your income or what you're buying or where you're traveling, things like that. So that is how basically those would land on the political spectrum. Reference, obviously, the textbook and some of the crash course videos, not specific ones though. And thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.